Okay, my dudes. I'm going to do a little bit of Zenhook development. Okay, so let's have a look at my screen then. So what have I got going on? Done quite a bit to Zenhook. So let's have a look at the project that I've got in GitHub. And this is for the prototype. So what's next up? Yes, enable Google SSO, which is the name of the stream. So just do a little bit of work on this. Could even be like 10 minutes, but I thought I'd just go live, for kicks. Right, so enable Google SSO. Does what it says on the tin. Let's go over to Codex. So this is the AI that I've been using. If you've seen the first video that I did, you'll know that I started this off from scratch. So I was writing it all in C# in Blazor, and then I got into Codex and started accelerating things a little bit. So I'm going to go over to Zenhook app. Right, so we want to do this on the development branch. So just select that. Okay. Okay, so the app currently only allows basic auth through the login screen. On the right-hand side, there is a space for SSO, which I want to use firstly for logging in via Google. Add SSO to the app and provide the login button on the login screen, replacing the current placeholder. See if it understands that. Okay. Okay, so I'm still getting used to Codex, and it's the first AI assistant that I've really started to get stuck into. So I'm still getting used to the environment. I do want to try Claude sometime soon, but because I'd love to stay in the IDE, and I'm a JetBrains guy, so Claude seems like a good shout. So it's looking for an agent's markdown file. I think it might be in .NET. That would be a good guess, Codex. That would be a good guess. This is Nick Proud you're dealing with. Okay. So it's checking the project structure. Programs, yes. Google authentication, check the app settings.json. Magical place where we never store any sensitive information, do we, guys? Nah, never. Never done that. Add Google with settings from app settings.json. Let's zoom this in a little bit for you guys. Let's save your eyes, eh? Anti-forgery support, nice. Has it stopped? Your Codex, what's going on? Oh no, it's still going. I'm just being impatient. Okay. So it's updating my app settings.json. I love that the OpenAI key is still in the app settings.json. That's great. I will move it. I will move it, I promise. It's already got a PR ready for me. Okay, we're going to do some peer review. Let's do it. Finalizing the summary. Here we go. Right, so it configured Google as an external authentication provider, required configuration binding, and external sign-in scheme enforcement. Configuration placeholders for Google SSO secrets, both default and development settings. Place the external login placeholder. The styled SSO button that surfaces Google sign-in when configured. That's the biggie. Well, that's the bit that I wasn't sure if AI was going to do well. And it can't build. This is the thing with Codex that's still a question mark for me. I can't get it to run .NET, which sucks because I can't do any unit testing really. And it's going to, let's face it, for me, that's going to end up being an excuse because I just won't do any. And that's bad. Okay, let's review this. So we've got the external login picker .razor. So we've actually added in if external logins.length. So external logins, where is that bad boy? Okay, we'll come back to it. So we must have an external logins collection somewhere with all the different SSO providers because we're going to put GitHub into this. It's a dev app, so it's got to have GitHub in it. So if we don't have any, then we put an alert. So we're using Mudblazer. That's why it says Mud Alert. Mud Alert. Warning. But if we do have external SSO providers, then we do Mud Stack. And for each provider, we say if it's Google, we give it this icon and we do the material filled login. Okay. I think that's okay. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay. Program.cs, the biggie. I still get nervous. I still get nervous when program.cs is being changed by AI, even though I know we've got pull requests, even though I'm going to review it. I'm still like, okay, I need to get over it. So we're adding Google, passing in options, builder.configuration.get section authentication Google. So that's pulling from the app settings, binding that into the options, and then setting the sign-in scheme to external scheme. Okay, cool. If it's null or white space, or so if the client ID or the client secret is blank, then we're throwing an exception, and it's a specific exception, which is good, with a decent message. Connection string name dev database. We've got the connection string from the app settings. Okay. We're using Postgres. Shout out to Postgres. I'm a big fan. So just for the stream, we already have Postgres in this app. So that's why you're seeing this here. Adding identity. Oh, no, wait, this is all stuff I've already added. What am I doing, Nick? It's literally in green. Just look at the green. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's all good. And then we're adding the authentication to the app settings.development.json. Okay, and then that's it. It's been a long time since I've added Google SSO to anything, which I know is a bit of an issue for a full stack dev, but it just doesn't seem like much yet. So I'm going to create a pull request for this so that I can pull it into the code, and then we'll do a bit of dev testing. Just let's see what it looks like. I mean, it's very straightforward what it's added. It's almost too simple. I'm suspicious. Okay. View the pull request. Curious to know from anyone in the chat if they've used any other AI tools besides Codex, or if they've used Codex. What do you think? I would be really curious to find out, because this is the first time for me using it in my side project anyway. Right, so the summary, we're configuring Google authentication, placeholders, external login picker. Testing, .NET build, Zenhook main, .solution fails. .NET command not available in environment. Yeah, that sucks. This is what's making me think, should I go to Claude? Because I can do it in the IDE. That's another video. Okay, so we've got a branch. Let's go over to my Get client. Let's open the Kraken, the Git Kraken, and we have Codex, add SSO login. Cool, let's check that out. I'm going to open the application. There it is, Rider. I haven't tried Visual Studio 2026 yet. Again, that's really bad, isn't it? I think that probably needs to be a live stream as well. Maybe I do that next. Just have a little break on the Zenhook stuff, even though, you know, I've done a mighty 2 videos on it so far. And we could have a little look at Visual Studio 2026 together. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Right. Let's have a look at these changes then. So it added, I need to remember what it added now. Go back to the pull request. Well, files changed. Component account shared. Okay, cool. Components account shared. External login picker. We've got that. So much better in the IDE. Frustrating. Okay. And then I'm guessing it added, I can't remember what it added. Was it the services? No, it's just app settings. Okay. Let's just run it then. Let's have a look at it. So this is my first live stream, guys. So it's going to be an absolute car wreck. But I haven't got any music playing in the background yet, so that's surely that's a good thing, right? Well, that's not what I was expecting to see. Okay, I've done something wrong here somewhere. I've misread something. So let's look at... Okay. This is its own Razor component, isn't it? So I think I've just trusted that it was going to add it here. No. Can't even remember where my login screen was. Account login. Pages. Here we go. This was part of the template, that's why. Okay, so it didn't actually add it to the page I thought it was going to add it to. So now I'm on the login page. Let's find the use another service to log in. Here we go. Oh, no, it is there. Okay. Oh, this is where I probably make a silly mistake. Live. Great. Well, you got to do it. Okay, so it's added the component. It's added external login picker. And if I go into, or has it? Yeah, external login picker. If I go into that, so external logins must be 0 in length. Here we go. Yeah, it says. So what am I missing? Right, where's that set? Get external authentication schemes async. Right, okay, we want to hit that then. It's in sign-in manager. This is part of, okay, this is part of identity, isn't it? Yeah. My bad. Okay. So this is where I do some interrogations on Codex then. So when sign on manager from ASP.NET identity goes to get authentication schemes, it turns up nothing. I guess I need to add them somewhere. Is it via the auth settings? Yeah, I think there's probably some details in auth settings.json that I'm missing. Again, it's so long since I've done SSO. It's probably changed. I do quite like this little icon. It's pretty cool. Okay, I think it's getting to the good stuff now. Add authentication wasn't called. I'll check for any additional configuration. Maybe the issue is an unset Google config. Oh yeah, I've got no client ID or client secret in there. So I do need to add that in. Without user authentication. I thought I already had that. So it's a NuGet package. So it's a Google package for ASP.NET Core. Okay. That would make sense. Because if I have a look at that while it's running, because in program, Codex add Google. But it didn't go red. No, it didn't add Google. I thought it did. Okay. That's strange. I could have sworn it added it. maybe it thought about adding it, because I've got different services here for dependency injection. So I've got the identity user access, OpenAI options. Right. Authentication, default scheme, application scheme, default sign-in scheme, external scheme, identity constants is here in the IL. Yeah, that's part of identity. Okay. Cool. So there isn't anything that actually adds Google here. I thought there was. Did Codex lie to me? Or am I just very silly? So it's finished. Authorization services and enabled authentication or authorization middleware configured external schemes are available at runtime, and it added the Google Authentication Provider package to ensure the external handler is available. So I was missing, it's what I suspected then. So I was missing the middleware, which I thought it added. And it was missing a package, which I did miss. So it's updated the CS proj because I've got a package added. Okay, cool. Yeah. So this is interesting. This is really interesting because I would have thought that the AI would have done all of this already, and it still needed an extra prompt for me to get the Google package and to add it to add the middleware. And I'm sure I did see when it was running the first time, it was like, I think I need to add Google. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's adding the middleware, but it didn't do it. So maybe it thought about it and then just didn't do it. Okay. I'm not going to try and figure out what it did because it defeats the purpose of using AI to develop quicker. I'm going to update this update the PR, and we'll see if we do get authentication at runtime. If we don't, then we're in full-on debugging mode. But it's all good because it's just, it's in the name of science. I'm learning how to use AI. I'm learning how to move with the times, guys. I'm old. I like writing code, but I'm just slower than an AI. It's the reality, unfortunately. Okay, I think that's done it. Yeah, let's pull that. And then let's restart this app. Let's see what we get. Because in program, no. Something is still off. There's no external logins. Let me have a look at my packages. It said it was going to add the package. Let me have a look at the CS proj. Google it. It's not there. What? What is going on here? Look, Codex. What are you playing at? Look, you registered the... Look. Right, that... Am I just doing something really dumb? Program.cs. As we would say in Stoke, tinner there. Pull. Everything's up to date. Look. What? That doesn't... surely I'm missing something here. It's added it to the CS proj, but it's not added it to the program.cs. But in Codex, it says it's added it. Codex adds SSO login button for Google. That is the branch. I'm on that branch. I'm on Origin. Okay, it's frustrating. You know what? Let's restart Rider. Just be sure. It even says wire up authentication middleware, a Google provider. I bet I'm going insane somewhere. It can't possibly be my fault. No chance. Now Rider just doesn't want to open. That's cool. It's very cool. There we go. Right. Program.cs, please. Still not there. What is going on? I'm on the wrong branch. What? Hang on. Have I got multiple solutions? Because this is checked out here on the Google branch. I told you I was going insane. And this is checked out on a different branch. I bet I've got different. Oh, God. Right. Let's show in folder. Dickhead. Right. Zenhook main as my solution. I think I've got multiple solutions. This is what happens when you develop live. Oh, well. Just having to play back to looking at it's not there. What's up with it? It's not there. Bloody Codex. Right. Program.cs. Come on. Oh, look. Oh, look, it's there. Right, okay. Well, you know, first live stream, you've got to make an absolute cock of yourself on live, haven't you? You've got to. Right, add Google is not being picked up straight away. Is it pulling the package? That might be why. Let's see. Because that was just added by the CS project. Probably hasn't contacted NuGet yet for it. Okay, so it's not that. So this I thought was going to be part of add Google. It doesn't look like it is. That is installed. Let's have a look at this then. There's nothing on there. It's not giving me anything. Excellent news. Okay. Right, so let's see where we are then. We've got authentication.google. We've got that. And presumably we're using that to add these Google authentication options to the authentication middleware. Okay. This has got all the add cookie. Let's have a look at these. Add Google is there. Wait. So why isn't it? Add Google. Add Google. Okay. So it doesn't want to chain it onto add identity cookies. Okay. So let's try it this way then. Let's do add Google. That works. But then dot add identity cookies. We can do it after, but not before. The AI didn't know that. Just saying. Nick Proud knew it or figured it out. I might check out the wrong branch from time to time, guys, but you know, I'm still useful. Okay. So now we're adding Google. I think this bit was missing, even though I was on the wrong branch. I think even though I was on the wrong branch, this was still missing. I swear down, mate. I swear down. Right. So builder.configuration, get section. So I'm getting the Google stuff from my app settings, which is now here. Okay, cool. How the hell I'm going to add a client ID without you guys taking that from me? I don't know. Just don't know. Sign in scheme, external scheme. Okay, this looks more promising. Components is not happy. Why isn't it happy? What's your problem? Unexpected token. Oh, it's added string interpolation into the mud button. Is a sentence I just said. And it doesn't like it. And I think it's because you actually just need to do this instead, mate. Come on, the codex. What are you playing at? I've seen that before, actually. That's really weird. Maybe that's just down to Codex's understanding of Mudblazer, because it just started adding string interpolation, but we're in Razor. I'm getting the feeling that Codex is not... It's not a... Trying not to have any hot takes here, but I'm getting the impression that Codex is not for .NET developers. No, maybe it is. I don't know. But yeah, let's have a look. We're going to run it. It failed. Component attributes do not support complex content. On Zenhook main attribute title, login using your provider.display name account. Is that on here? Login, use... No, that'll be on account. Login. Let's just search for it. So login using... Okay. Display name. Here we go. Login. Okay. External login provider declaration. Here we go. Complex content, C# and markup. Is that what I've just changed? I think it might be, actually. So I got it wrong. Here we go. Log in using your account. Right. So it doesn't want to put types inside the markup for mud button. Surely that's the point of Blazor. Maybe it's just the way it's rendered. Okay, for now, I'm just going to change that to login, just so we can get running. Okay, we've built. Good start. Okay. Google authentication is not okay. We're getting further along now because we don't have the client ID and the client secret in the app settings. So that's good because it means it's actually trying to add it as a provider. So we're one step closer to getting this in, which is good. I now just need to add that in without you guys seeing it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. I'm sure we can do that. So I need to log into my Google API. And I've got to create a client. Let's put this on the screen. You guys can see this bit. That's okay. Yeah, create client. It's a web application. It's called Zenhook. Oh, okay. So we're on localhost. So is the origin going to start messing me around? So I'm on. It's running on. It's not running at the moment. Which port was it again? 5.2 something, I think. 5196. Okay, cool. So let's see if it will let me put localhost in. I've already forgotten the port. Literally just ran the thing. The browser came up, gave me all the information I needed, and then I was just like, oh, it's gone. As I said, I'm old. There we go. 5196. And it is. Is it HTTPS? That's fine. I expected that. No, it's HTTP. Ugh. Of course it says it right there. Right, let me change it to HTTPS because, you know, come on. So what port is it running on for HTTPS? Tell me that. Yeah, I know. 7156, but at least it's HTTPS. Right, 7156. And I've lost the Google API page. Excellent news, right? APIs. Client ID. So let's create a new client. Web. Oh, hey, Andrea. Just spotted your message. Welcome. Zenhook. I've forgotten it. I've forgotten it again. Oh, God. Have I left the application running? Oh, give me strength. I hate myself. That's not it. Right. Oh, God. 7196, I think. I don't want to chance it. It is still running. 7156. Cool. Let's put it in quick before it goes out of my head again. Post 7156. Okay, leave that for now. Redirects. Again, I can't remember if this is allowed with localhost. Would it even be able to? It wouldn't even be able to. Yeah, the browser would be able to do it, surely. Right, I'm going to create it. I'm going to create it off the screen just in case it generates some tokens. You know, don't want to see those tokens. Here we go. It did. Right, so I'm going to put the client ID in my auth settings. And I'm going to try not to open it on stream. That's going to be a challenge. I can't even remember a port number. So whether I'm going to be able to do that as well. I could always just remove it. It's fine. App settings. Where are you? Here we go. Right, so just do this off another screen. I bet I'm going to have origin issues. Okay, let's try that. It's like it never happened. Right, restart the app and just see if it actually works, whether it actually allows it to get a provider through. Because if it does, then great. No. Okay. Please set the authentication Google client to Google secret. Is it looking in the wrong app settings? Potentially. Okay, that's my next thing. That's my next thing I can try. Obviously, because that's going to be all sort of secret stuff for interacting with my Google account on a client that I've created for Google. Then I'm not going to do that on stream. Come on, that's silly. But okay, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. Not a bad first stream, I reckon. You know, I think I only messed things up 4 or 5 times. Pretty good. Got a bit more used to Codex. Still not convinced that it's good for .NET people. So maybe I'll try Claude soon. And I really want to try Visual Studio Code 2026 soon as well. I really should, because it's just silly that I haven't yet. I've got this weird sort of loyalty to JetBrains at the moment. Don't know why. They don't sponsor me. Hint, hint. So yeah, I think, that could be another good video coming up soon. Well, thank you for those who've joined. Excellent to see you. And I hope you find this remotely interesting, just to push Zenhook along a little bit more, get to the point where I'm adding this SSO into the application. Now that we've got AI summaries coming in, we've got, you know, the endpoints have been accessible for ages. That's just standard HTTP stuff. But I think once I get SSO in, the next bit, let's have a look in GitHub quickly. Just bring this tab across. Go over to Zenhook. Projet. Just being a bit French. Then we've got GitHub SSO, but hopefully by the time we've done Google, this should be easier. Like I say, I've not done SSO for a long time. It's been ages since I've done it, and it was mostly Microsoft that I worked with. And then monthly submission usage for user. So that is going to be basically where we start actually thinking about what the pricing tiers are going to be and how we're going to measure the amount of submissions people send into Zenhook. I don't know whether to do that before or after I get it into the hands of people, because I just want them to use it. I don't want them to have to get any sort of usage limits or anything like that. But I also don't want them to go crazy. This is the conundrum with a micro SaaS, you know, when you're just trying to get people to use it. Okay. Well, there we go. Those are the next two bits coming up. And then I think I will do a little bit of a deep dive into Visual Studio 2026. It is 2026, isn't it? Yeah. Awesome. Okay. If you enjoyed this and you want to learn some more C#, particularly Dapper, the micro ORM into SQL, and the SignalR capabilities, which is real time, so making things pop up on the screen. Then I've got a couple of courses on dometrain.com. Do check those out. But of course, for general stuff, the YouTube channel is the place to be. And also, don't forget to take a look at my newsletter where I talk about things. As you may have noticed, I talk a lot. Proudcloud.dev. You'll be able to get some more stuff from me there. I really enjoyed this. I think I'll do some more. But for the meantime, thank you so much for those who joined, and I will catch you on the next one. See ya.